going to call the Judiciary Committee meeting to order for April 9th, 2025. We have one thing on the agenda, communication number 2025-79. Michelle Shea, Commissioner District 2, requesting County Attorney Enruth to draft resolution defining a policy and procedure for the city county to respond to Freedom of Information Act FOIA requests. County Attorney Enruth did just give us this resolution to look over. County Attorney Enruth, you want to kind of go through this maybe?
Yes. Okay, so previously I handed you guys in the last judiciary meeting the resolution that the City Council of Bozeman did. Don't pay attention to any of the statutes in it. They are outdated. They're all revised and remanded. This has got the updated versions in it. The main part of the statute that everybody will want to look at is actually attached to the back of the packet. It is 2-6-1006, public information requests -fees. It lays out what we're supposed to do as a sub-entity, and then a bunch of it doesn't relate to us because it deals with state government level. But this has been revised. Take a look at it. It lays out a very simple method for individuals getting information from our county. The only stuff in it that we really need to look at and ask questions on is where the request is going to go. I'm going to speak with our clerk and recorder's office. Every other city's requests go to the clerk herself, and then they get distributed to which department they need to go to. And then prior to being distributed, the individual that's making the request has to read this resolution so they understand what is required of them, what the costs and fees associated will be, and then we go from there. So if we look, the fee requests, or not fee request, the information request sheet is actually quite simple. I printed out a little funky there, I'll change that. But the individual just states that I am so-and-so, I have read the resolution, whatever number that becomes, and I'm being as specific as possible with the information I'm requesting. What I suggest and what is in the resolution for this committee and the commissioners to look at is how that information is gathered. So step 1 would be submitting this to the clerk. Step 2 would be the clerk submitting it to the individual department it needs to go to. They come back with, it's going to cost X in this amount of time. Now the statute is clear that it has to be the easiest, cheapest way is the best way to put it. So you cannot put your top paid person on it, charge that, and then charge the paper fees. So basically it's the lowest paid person in the department to gather the information and then costs of copying. And it's actual cost. There's no tagged 10% or anything like that. It's literally what it costs us. We don't make any money on it. A question I'm going to have for Director Hassler when this is all done is where that money needs to go when the fees are collected. But outside of that, once that is done and the individual says, yes, I'm willing to pay that, once they've paid, they will gather the information. It will then be submitted to me to make sure it's in compliance with what we can release, and then we'll release it. It's a nice, simple way of doing it. It lays out the entire process. The individuals can read it and understand it. The things that I'm going to ask the committee to look at and go over are just who we think should be responsible. I think it should be the clerk, but I want to have that conversation with her first. And any blanks that you see in there are just things like that. I don't know what clerk yet or what agency this will be going towards. So please review that, and we can have a more in-depth conversation afterwards, well, along with the statute and the request sheet.
Thank you, County Attorney Enruth. Thank you for your work on that. Do any commissioners have any questions on this?
It's pretty straightforward and simplified. It's nice.
Yeah, it is very straightforward. I appreciate that. I would ask, though, I know that this was Commissioner Shea's. She will be absent. I don't want to make any decisions on it until she gets a chance to review it and kind of go through that. Okay, so if everybody's okay with it, is everybody good of holding it at least till the next judiciary, this communication? Okay, so then I don't think we need a motion to hold it, so we'll just continue holding it. And there is nothing else on the agenda tonight, so if there are no further comments or anything, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All those in favor? Aye.